Okay, but hey.
Yes, kiddo?
Why do you sound like Uncle Crow?
Huh, do I? I guess I hang out with Crow a bit too much these days.
Well, he's a bad influence.
Yang said with a smirk, and the sisters all laughed at that.
Anyway, so Rubes, the older one.
Yes, Yang?
So, according to what you said, I can't be asking what happened to your face, right?
Well, you can ask.
What? But that's not what you—
I just can't answer them.
The younger Weiss groaned as she face-palmed. The older Ruby saw Weiss do so and shrugged as if she meant, "What?"
Well, don't worry. I'm fine. And you'll be fine too, kiddo. All right, Yang? And Princess?
Don't you dare call me a princess, you dolt!
Oh, right. I forgot that we weren't dating back then.
Ruby said calmly as she scratched the back of her head. But everyone else in the room started to panic. The younger ones opened their mouth and stared at Ruby in disbelief, and the older ones gave her a death glare as she told them something she shouldn't have.
We what?
Weiss yelled, demanding an answer.
Ah, shit, I gotta keep my mouth shut.
Ruby murmured as she face-palmed and shook her head. She couldn't believe she just told them what will happen in the future about 10 seconds after she told them she couldn't tell them anything.
Ruby, watch your language.
Okay, sorry. So, what should I do now?
Ruby, the older one, turned back to her teammates as she asked for help. Blake sighed and shrugged as Yang giggled.
Why not just tell them? You already told them anyways, so a little bit of explaining wouldn't hurt.
I hope so.
As the older Ruby groaned, Weiss's patience finally ran out. She constantly tapped the floor with her foot and waited for them to explain.
So, what was that? Who and who's dating?
Well, you?
Older Ruby first pointed towards her younger self.
And you.
She then pointed at Weiss.
Ruby, don't point at people. That's rude.
But Ice Queen, that's me anyway.
But you just pointed at me as well, and don't call me Ice Queen.
Oh, whatever you say, Princess.
Younger Ruby only stared at their older selves blankly as she tried to catch up to what has just happened, and Weiss slapped her own forehead as she couldn't believe what was happening in front of her just now.
Wait, so, sis, you're gay? Ha! I knew it! My gaydar is never wrong.
Younger Yang said proudly as she smacked her sister's back. Ruby jumped from the spot and stared up at her sister.
Wait, what? You're gaydar? Yang, you're gay? Or gay as well? How should I say it?
Yep, gay as a spaghetti.
But Yang, spaghettis are straight.
Until they're wet, yes. They're very straight.
Yang said with a finger gun, and Blake shook her head in disbelief at the side.
For the sake of Remnant, Yang, shut up.
Younger Weiss said as she glared at Yang. She did not want to hear such a dirty joke when she was already occupied enough with her own issue.
Well, then things would be easier to explain now. Yang, you will be dating Blake.
Older Ruby declared with a smirk on her face.
Ruby, what was that just now?
Older Blake questioned her team's leader.
It wasn't fair if only our relationship was revealed, so I only decided to be fair by revealing yours as well.
But Ruby, it was you who accidentally revealed your relationship with Weiss.
Blake protested, but it was already too late. Younger Yang and Blake only blinked with a surprised expression, and Ruby and Weiss only stared at them blankly.
And what happened to the whole, we can't tell you what happens in the future thing?
Older Blake asked as she tried to blame her team leader, but the older Ruby only smiled at her.
Well, it's clearly out the window now.
Older Yang smirked and checked on the younger team Ruby. She noticed that they were all in shock and required some kind of explanation.
Anyways, there's no point in discussing what was already done. I think that these little fellas need some explaining.